I'm just here for the bucks and the billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us. Run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean, you already wrote for us.
Every diamond's a flake.
Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. We're all set to bring you NBA action with Greg Anthony. And Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play, transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. They have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is, and Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage, so they might have been justified in that.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Quincy Ace. And it's Rondo in at the point. George with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. D2 from Hill. And Rondo sends it back. Mahimi's shot is good.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
So it's Sacramento. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for two. It's on Monte Ellis.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
No good on the second, so he hits one of two. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Allen kicks to George. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace. And that was far from it.
From deep, Gay. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Allen with the screen for George. There's the steal. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you could see right there why he does.
Now, here's George. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West. Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
And he gets it to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Kicks it out to Gay. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Gay's got 5.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
And George, here we go. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. And George kicks to Allen. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Hill again. Rondo to the wing right side. McLemore, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Good on the shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here we go, Pacers fans.
Now it's time.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season, stabilize their coaching situation.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Butler passes to Collison. Butler dishes to Bellinelli. Pass to Koufos. Lets it go from 11. And it comes off the front of the rim. Miles. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes.
And now, let's hear it for your Pacers.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Tossing out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's C.J. Miles. And there's Hill. And it's Turner, and it's the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
The drive by Collison. It's deflected. Here's Stuckey. And he banks in the layup. Stuckey's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar. Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now here's Lawson. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. 4 on the clock. To the middle. The shot by Turner, no good. Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for C.J. Miles. Paul George comes in for Hill. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ty Lawson. George. And good on the basket. Book it. George has got 8 points.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
Here's AC. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Rondo kicks to AC. McLemore, the pass to Butler. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And Turner with the block.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history. Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists. Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers.
Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put in on a minute's limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Allen's checked in for Turner. And the Kings also making a change. Gay's checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
That's his first personal foul.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
He hits both from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And stolen by Cousins.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
They're talented, and they've been able to overcome some loose play, but they need to clean it up in the second half.
The Kings shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. That free throw good for McLemore.
And the Kings last season struggled with just about everybody. And the Eastern Conference was no different. Just couldn't get the wins they needed to keep pace in their conference.
Mark, the Kings last season only 11 wins in 30 games against the Eastern Conference. Only had more out of the conference wins than the Wolves last season. That was not a good number.
Yeah, and the Kings didn't have a winning record against any Eastern division either. So you can't make up ground in the West if you can't beat the teams in the East.
Here's AC. And the rejection by Mahimi. And then Cousins with the dunk. Pacers leading by 3. Hill kicks to Mahimi. Allen dishes to Ellis. Feeds it to Mahimi. Sacramento grabs the miss. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. McLemore with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
Kings ball.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana.
Solomon Hill.
.44 seconds left to play here in the half. No good from Cousins.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Allen kicks to George. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for the Pacers. Lawson comes in for George Hill. And now Stuckey running the floor all by himself.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Collison, the pass to Butler. Paul George with the steal. Here's Stuckey. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And now a 9-point Pacer lead.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And so that's the end of the first half. Pacers out in front, up by 9. And will return shortly.
And now, let's hear it for yours.
And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Caron Butler. Caspi is out there with Costa Coops. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Collison in the point guard position. And the basket by Hill. Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
The Kings trail by 13. They set the pick. Collison kicks to Bellinelli. No good from outside. The Pacers shooting impressively throughout at 62%. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Darren Collison. Pacers have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Rudy Gay on the wing. Takes the 13-footer. And that's good for 2. Gay's got 7 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They double-team Ellis. George, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 14 points here for George.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
It's stolen by Hill. And here's Mahinmi. 6 points for him. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's AC. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Timeout. Start it.
Timeout charge to the Pacers.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming out of the court are your Pacers.
Indiana making some changes. Jordan Hill is checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Hill. Inside. Can't hit. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Rondo against Lawson. Rondo kicks to Gay. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Right side, Rondo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
That's his first.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Pacers, Rajon Rondo. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Pacers leading by 12. Lawson kicks to Turner. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
How about that breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
The Kings trail by 14. Here's Gay. It's good from about 19 feet. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Pacers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Clock at 6. And Miles kicks to Hill. No good. Good work defensively by Gay. To the paint. Turner with the steal. Here is Miles. He's covered by Rondo. And it's C.J. Miles with the 3. Miles has got 5 now.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple. Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pacers lead by 13. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Kings trailed by 13. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Paul George is out there with Hill. And it's Mahimi in at the 5 down low. That's the Pacers 5. Hill left side. Dishes to Mahimi. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The shot by George, no good.
Nearly every time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
They set the pick. Stuckey kicks to George. Stolen by Gay. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Allen's checked in for Solomon Hill. And it's Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey. Gay against George. Gay dishes to AC. And Allen with the block. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Just 2 to shoot. Bellinelli. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Hill kicks to George. There's the triple. Shot is no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. To the left side wing. Here's Bellinelli. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Allen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Hill passes to Allen. Mahimi with it. Koufos is there. Mahimi dishes to George. Allen, a screen on Butler. George, that's a 2-pointer. And that one hits back iron.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And now it's Collison running. He can go all the way. Gets it down to single digits.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Timeout called the Pacers.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave her and take one home. Guys?
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
He dishes it to Caspi.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
The Kings trail by 9. And it's Kufus missing. The Pacers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Ellis can't get it to go. And the Kings shoot just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 9. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Paul George really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Turner's checked in for Ian Mahimi. .143 left here in the fourth quarter. Gate kicks to AC. Now the dish to Cousins. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. George with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. And George, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
And AC kicks to Cousins. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
it.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
And here's Gay outside. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Gay against George. Five to shoot. Gay with the block.
Gotta score quickly.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Allen, right side. George against Gay. The 9-foot shot. And it comes off the front of the rim. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Pacers ball.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.